When the school first started, our main priority was to take the poorest of the poor children. And we went to several villages to find the children. Instead of wasting time spending in the school, the child will be kept at home and maybe he or she will be made to do other work so that at least if they can earn some money, that money can be added in their family income. Through education, the children need to be taught from the young age what is good and what is bad. Then they will be aware. This is good, I need to do this. This is not good, so I need to avoid that.
Rape and population is increasing because of people are not educated.
And if the parents are properly educated, they can easily guide their children. The main problem is to control the population, because it's increasing day by day, and we are the second largest populated country in the world, and very soon we'll overtake China. But people need to realize, like China have restricted that one or two children they can have, but India did not made any decision yet. Because we cannot lessen the population. Whatever it has become, it will stay there. But we can keep it in a stable position.
In the urban areas, they have started making family plannings, but the village areas, the remote areas, they haven't got the basic knowledge of all this.
Which is providing both academic at the same time music.
And all forms of music.
All forms of music. Indian classical, Bengali song, classical dance, tabla.
Outside schools, the fees of the schools are very costly, which our parents won't afford. Because in India, many of the families think that girls should get married off and do their household things and look after their family. But girls, on the side of the girls, they think they need to build their career and
ভবিষ্যতে চাই আমার মেয়ে বড় পড়াশুনো শিখে ভালো টিচার হতে পারে, ভালো একটা নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়াতে পারে।
After college, if I want to become a teacher, I need to carry on my studies. We have financial problem, so it's very difficult to do all those degrees.
Girls are becoming educated and they're taking different jobs. They're also helping in the earning. They're helping in the family. They're helping themselves to do further education.
We get all the opportunities, same like the boys, because our school is a co-ed school where both boys and girls studies. And as a girl, we are not different from the boys because we do everything the boys do.
No, not nuclear. I mean, in a household, the woman, a wife or a mother, plays the major role of a home making by managing the household activities. Today, the man and the woman jointly share responsibilities at home and the family. Okay, that's good. Take it, that's you covered it. Next Friday. Yes. Nowadays, women don't stay at home only; they have to work, like men. Our house was a clay house with thatch roof, just like everybody in the village. There's no electricity, no running tap water, so we had a tube well. My father died very early. He was 35, and there was a big problem in the family. There was no breadwinner. I talked to Father Mathieson and I said, look, I would like to start a music school, but it'll be a boarding school with general education and music. And he says, that's fine. And I said, it'll be called Mathieson Music School. He loved that idea. In 1994, I brought him to England because he had cancer and he died. So with the funeral money of Father Mathieson, £1,625, I was able to start the school.
In my childhood, when I first came here, I was not able to speak clearly, or I had no idea about English because I was studying in a Bengali medium school. Some of the schools are still there where teachers beat the students, but that is not good. It's illegal because government has said them that beating should be prohibited in the schools because children sometimes they get mentally tortured. By beating, no good works can be done because by giving loving words and helping with gentleness, then the students will only do the works. There are schools which are English medium, but it's very high in cost, I think my mom would not afford those, so I think she would have let me study in a Bengali medium school where English is not good and the teachers also. That time I don't know what would have happened. Maybe would have done like this other girls do household works and continue my family life. Maybe, but I don't know. শুভজিৎ গড়ের মুখ পিছিয়ে বসতে বললাম আকাশ আকাশ ওকে ফাইন
আমি তো পড়াশোনা শিখিনি, আর আমার মেয়েকে আমি পড়াশোনা শিখেও জীবনে ভবিষ্যৎ দাঁড় করাতে চাই। আমি তো পড়াশোনা শিখিনি, তাই আমি কোনো জায়গায় কোনো কাজের জন্য গেলে, ব্যাংকে গেলে কোনো অসুবিধা হয়, লেখাটেখা পারিনি, অন্য লোকের নিয়ে সাহায্য নিয়ে আমার সব কিছু লিখে দিয়ে নিতে হয়। অনেকই টাকা দেয় না, মাছ খেয়ে তাই কোনো রকম আমাদের সংসারটা চলে। ছেলে আছে, আমার শাশুড়ি আছে, এরকম নিয়ে আমাদের সংসারটা চলে।
When I was born, my father passed away, so I don't have the feelings for my father. Yes, it was very hard for my mom. My mother took the place of my father and mother. My mom is the only person who works in our family, so we all depend on my mom. My grandmother have become old and she don't have the capability to do works. My grandmother look after the family, cook for all the family members. She do all the household works. When she hurt her leg, it was very difficult because if she don't go to the market or doing work, then we won't be able to have money. Because for my mom, she earns the money with which she need to fulfill all our wants, all the members. But if suppose another member was there who works, then it would be easier for both of them to run the family. Everything is very costly. When the prices were less, we used to have lots of variety of vegetables. But now as the prices are increasing, we need to have those only which are according to our income. We buy the foods, but we did not pay. We would pay that in future.
it was not a very pleasant area. There were a lot of criminal activities were happening, where people were making illegal drinks and bombs and whatnot. And our school brought the electricity into our area. As soon as the electricity came, more people started coming in. Now you would not recognize the place. There are so many factories, residential places have come up.
I mean, along with education, and whatever the teachers are doing, that's good. But at the same time, the parents have also the responsibility to guide their children. It is important because English is an international language. I mean, if we go for any job interviews, any teaching job, any official job, anywhere, we need English. We need to speak properly. I mean, now they're students, but a day will come they have to go out and do the earning. Yeah? Because when I'm in an interview, and the person will be asking me different questions, and if I cannot answer in English, that means I'm not fit.
Sunday gone, Monday gone, now moving on to Tuesday. Ready? Together, 3, start. Not Tuesday. Tuesday, guys.
We try to guide all the children according to their needs, because our children are quite coming from all the poor background, so we try to give them their parents' loving. And at the same time, we want them to be someone in their life, because they have left their parents and come to the school.
The whole school is like a big family because the teachers guide us when we have any problem. They share happiness with us also, and we all stay together.
School support me in many ways, in music, in education, in like responsibilities they give us, they support us, so that I can be a responsible person in future. I can help the junior student, I can help everyone.
It is like a family, because most of the chosen students, when they go home, they don't like staying at home. I mean, for 1 day, 2 days, it's fine. But the moment it crosses 3 to 4 days, or maybe a week or a month, they feel bored. They want to come back here. Because they don't get food in proper intervals, and also they don't get a chance to play music, and also games in the evening.
School is like a family to me also, because from age of 5 till now I'm 17, I am staying over here and I don't want to go to home. All the teachers are very friendly.
You didn't like it. So maybe we can discuss. Why did you like that? Why I didn't like that? We can ask me why did you like that? And at the same time why you didn't like it.
He was an exemplary student. When he came to us, he had all kinds of problems with his health, etc. And because he was such a weak young boy when he came to us, we put him on the cello to make him strong, big instrument, and you know, he used to work hard on his education, studies. He used to work hard with his music. He will be the only one probably practicing for many hours. So you could see that this person will make it. And now he's become almost, he's running the school on his single-handedly.
Yeah, every states have different culture. They vary from each other, so it's important to have English. We have our mother tongue in Bengali, while others, for example, Gujarati, they will have their mother tongue as Gujarati. It will be very difficult for us to contact with them. But if they know English and we also know English, then it will be easier for us to contact with each other.
They're learning English, they're getting jobs, but at the same time, like we're forgetting our own culture. Although we are acquiring Western culture, but still, our culture is the richest and the oldest. So we need to take both. When we meet our parents, we greet them by touching their feet, not by shaking hands with the parents. We never do that.
It's important to have Bengali because it's our mother tongue, and though we know English, it's Bengali or their mother tongue through which they can express their feelings very nicely. And
It is important to have our own language so that we can keep our tradition going on. Because nowadays, when we go on the roads, we find Bengali people talking to another Bengali people in English. So that shows that we are slowly forgetting our own culture, our own language. Yeah, that's what we try to explain to our children. First of all, we are an Indian. Yeah? If I can do a little bit, if everybody starts doing a little bit for the country will definitely improve. Our school different in the sense because we give importance to all the other religions. We never discourage any children or their parents, and we never say any bad things about other religions.
তুই হ্যান্ডেলে দিবি, এই হ্যান্ডেলে দিবি। কে সরজিতের গ্রুপে কে দিচ্ছে? আর এই গ্রুপে রিমাইন্ড, মাথায় রাখবি সব।
ক্যানাডা প্রবেশ করেছিল বল ভুলে যাচ্ছ Economic is a science of wealth. What does it say? Imply.
Now, as the bell goes, I'll take up your paper, children. You have to be fast. This is a practice for your exam, you think. I'm given a question paper and I need to write. Okay, so you have to see, time is also important out here. If you don't work out in time, that means you cannot work hard. So you have to
When the students come into our school, we try to help them both with music and as well as with academic. But the moment we see, some students may be good at music and some students may be good at other things. So we try to, encourage them on that area because everybody cannot become a good musician.
One young man just recently left. He's a brilliant self-taught electrician. By looking at professionals, how they do it, he managed to learn the trade. So I think he's now going to be quite all right. He'll stand on his feet and also make music when in his spare time.
So what we did, the moment he left the school, we call him back. Whatever work we have to do in our school, instead of calling other people, so we call him. So you do the work, and whatever payment we used to give to the other people, we'll give him. And also at the same time, you'll gain experience, and later on, you'll get even better jobs.
I went to Calcutta when I was 5. I left the village. So I was looked after by my grandfather and grandmother. And I went to the boarding school when I was 6 years of age. I didn't like it. I hated being away from your mother and family. It was not very pleasant. I remember I used to cry all the time when I was a little boy. I had some cello lessons, not regularly, and then a lot of encouragements from Father Mathieson, who himself was a great cellist. After 1 year, I was able to perform in public, and I had my first criticism from newspapers when I was 11. Canon Eric James, who missed his flight. He was traveling the east. So he, with his contacts, he rang my school where all these English fathers were, and he came to our school for a few days. And he himself was a good organist and pianist. So I played the Elgar cello concerto with him. And he was very impressed, and he told the fathers, this boy is coming to England. I was chosen, and I prayed, and it happened. And then I came to England. It was very exciting. So I was taken to the cello professor of the Royal Academy of Music, Mr. Douglas Cameron. I played, he listened to me, and he says, you want to come to the Royal Academy of Music? I say, yes, sir. Right, we'll see what we can do. bring the sound out of the instrument. So here we go. Together. But I had a misfortune there because before my term began, Douglas Cameron, he died. Unfortunately, his wife also was a cello professor, Lily Phillips. Obviously, she was in mourning, but she said, I want to keep you with me because I want to make sure you go to the best cello teacher. So I was the youngest student. I had to prove my worth. To do that, I had to work really extremely hard. I mean, when I first came to England, I didn't party, I didn't go anywhere, I didn't go to pubs. I just went to concerts in the evenings, and I went to my room and practice. 7, 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours. I played at my first performance in front of His Royal Highness Prince Charles. We started the Mathieson Music School, and I founded it in 1994. It became my life. It took everything from my life to make sure that this happens. When I bought the land, there was nothing but empty paddy fields everywhere. That's what we could only afford. Bamboo, tiled roof, blackboard, very primitive, like an ashram. Good, because our children come from that sort of background.
We don't know what to do, which school or where I will admit for my class 12. Finding jobs, it's very difficult because everyone is standing for their jobs, but jobs are very few. Because if I don't have any qualification, they will send us back. So we need to study further.
So it's not that easy to do the education on your own. And at the same time, they need guidance. They need proper support, which they will not get from their parents. The moment they finish the year 10, they think that they are old enough to face the outside world. But the moment they start doing the work outside, they realize that it's a big mistake for them. Because the moment they start earning money now, they won't be able to come back to their studies again. this is the time they go to do their studies, to do formal education. And once they cross, like, do their BA and MA, then they can look for better jobs rather than doing it now. They help us individually. Suppose if there is a teacher is absent, so we ask them to help. It is very important because most of them wants to become teachers. So I think it's a good learning process for them. There's no other way to gain experience without working. Because I cannot gain experience by learning from books or maybe by talking, but only way by working, by helping or by supervising. It starts from the family, from the parents. And if the people are properly educated, they'll tend to have smaller families. And if they have smaller families, they can feed the children well, give them the proper education. And if they're fulfilled, once they grow up, they'll try to fulfill others. That's what our main aim is. Like, it's not only giving this child education, and along with education, we need to give them the proper guidance.
By reproduction. Who can tell me what do you mean by reproduction? Raise your hands up. Department. So you tell me, Sujit. In our school we have girls and boys, and we know that how like difficult for the girls to go outside, and we are very friendly with them, and I'm staying with the girls for 14 years, so I know all the problem of the girls. So when I will go out, I will treat every girl what I am treating over here also. All the like Indian people get like this education with girls and boys, they will think of the girls and they will think of the problem of the girls, then their direct case will be stopped.
When I was a student, most of my friends got job for music only and for their fluency in English. Some of the boys are working in Indian Army and Indian Navy. One has become a music teacher in Mumbai, and I'm working here.
When I left school, the school said me like, whenever you feel like you want to come to school, you come back, you enjoy. The door is always open for you. Just come back.
We want to educate more and more children, especially in the remote areas who don't get the chance.